You good. You good. The way he calm. Yeah, so, you got yours live?
All right, Shalom.
Hey, Shalom.
Turning towards the east, facing Jerusalem. Before we get started, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh. All right, hey, Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father, whom the word you know is God, Jehovah and Yahweh. Yahweh Shai, the name of his only begotten Son, our King, Lord, and Savior, whom the world ignorantly know as Jesus Christ. Ba'ashem, HaKadosh is in the name of the Holy Spirit. It's the inspiration given to us to edify those that have been given the ears to hear. Right, double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect brethren, faithfully and diligently preaching this word with fear and trembling. And shalom to the believers that subscribe and listen to this truth wholeheartedly through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, so we out here at it again on the highways and hedges. All right, to preach the word, okay, the gospel of the kingdom of heaven. All right. And ultimately, that begins with prophecy, okay? So when you go into the word prophecy, right, the Hebrew word in the Bible, which means to say before, to speak before. And we out here to tell you the judgment that the Heavenly Father is going to bring upon the planet Earth, primarily America, okay, better known within the scriptures as Babylon the Great, okay? And that's what prophets do, okay? Prophets prophesy. They're also known as seers, visionaries, okay, because they see the judgment that's coming up the pipe before it comes. So again, hey, we out here in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, through the grace and mercy of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, with this divine truth, okay, and it's going to fall upon those that he has chosen as his elect, all right, to be redeemed out of the earth when he comes and brings that judgment, that great destruction on Babylon the Great, aka America. So without further ado, you know, the brother, the captain, the Bop, is gonna break us in with Jeremiah 28:8, okay? Bread and butter. So let's get it.
All right, this is Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Right. He said the prophets that have been before me. This is the prophet Jeremiah, all right, the brother, which means he exalted of the Most High. He is exalted of Yahweh, okay? He said the prophets that have been before him and before thee of old prophesied against great countries, against great kingdoms of war, all right? And it says great countries. Now, when you go into the scriptures, those great countries that the Lord brought judgment on in past times of old and today are written about, right? When you go to the prophet Daniel, which we're going to see it right there to Daniel 7, it breaks down the four main kingdoms that will rule on the planet Earth, in which the Lord will bring judgment, great judgment upon. All right, and these would be four great kingdoms. Keyword great, okay? And we'll get that word great later down the line, Lord will, okay?
I got one real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
Going back to that war, right? This is Isaiah 9:5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood.
Right, because in the time of Isaiah, that's how wars were fought.
Right.
All right, with confused noise, swords, shields, armor. Okay, you had knights that would wear heavy, you know, metal, you know, armor.
Yeah, like shields.
Shields,
Yeah.
okay. and they would bang those shields as they prepare for war up against the swords, all right? And they would, lash out war cries, okay?
That's right.
Go ahead.
And it says, but this shall be burning and fuel of fire.
But this shall be burning and fuel of fire. Now, it said every battle of the warrior is with confused noise.
Yeah.
Because if you are far off and you hear a battle going on, you hear all the war cries, men's limbs getting chopped off, so forth and so on.
Yeah.
You're not going to know, what the battle really foretells. Right? You won't know what which side has the upper hand.
Right.
Okay? But in this battle, the prophetic scriptures give us detail of who's going to have the upper hand. All right? And who's going to prevail in the end. Okay? Go ahead, read that again.
All right. This is Isaiah 9:5. It says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Go ahead.
For unto us a child is born.
Right. And it's the reason why it segues into that. It goes from a great war, right, which will not be fought with shields and armor, but it's talking about a war that's going to be fought with fire.
Right.
All right. Now, that fire represents the destruction that the Heavenly Father is going to bring upon the earth, mainly America. Okay. All right. Better known as Babylon the Great,
Right.
which is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles and concentrated fire coming from the so-called UFOs, which are the chariots of the Most High.
Right, bro.
That's how America, okay, better known in the scriptures as Babylon the Great, is going to be destroyed. So the prophet Isaiah is showing you the destruction of America and who's going to prevail in the end.
Right.
It jumps right to verse 7, or verse 6, saying, unto us a child is given. This is speaking about Yahweh Shai, the one who's going to bring that fight.
Right.
Okay? So like I said, it tells us specifically who's going to win. It's not going to be any confusion for us, right, in these times, because we know that the battle and the war is already won.
Right.
Okay? Go ahead, bro. And this
Right,
is this is who's going to be victorious right here.
Yeah.
This son that was given unto us, meaning the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, all right, and those of you scattered amongst the four corners of earth, among these heathens, all right, you, according to biblical prophecy, are the true sons of God, all right? Princes of the power is what Israel translates to in the Hebrew, that word being Yasharallah,
Right.
okay? You are who this son that the prophet Isaiah is speaking about was given to, all right? Who the word you know is Jesus Christ. Again, his true name is Yahweh Shai. You got it, bro.
Right. It says, for unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given,
Go ahead.
and the government shall be upon his shoulder.
Right, meaning we go into the word government, all right? It's a compound word. The prefix of it, govern, means to control.
Right.
The suffix, the end part of it, ment, goes to mental. So mind control.
That's right.
So ultimately, as the scriptures say, man's goings are of the Lord. Everybody's focus revolves around the pleasure and the will of the Heavenly Father and the Son, whether they want it to or not. Okay? Everything is being done according to the pleasure of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. What's wrong, God?
No.
Go ahead, bro.
And it says, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty Power.
This name right there means his reputation.
Yep.
Right? This is what he's going to be known for. Go ahead.
The Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father,
Yep.
the Prince of Peace.
Yep. And that's ultimately what's going to happen after this great war by fire subsides, when it's all said and done, when the smoke clears, so to speak. Then a kingdom of righteousness and peace is going to be established upon the earth from the might of Yahweh Shai, all right?
Right.
This son that was given unto us. Go ahead.
And it says, of the increase of his government
Right?
and peace, there shall be no end.
Right. So there's not going to be an end to this kingdom, all right? That's going to be set up by the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, all right? Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Upon the throne of David.
Upon the throne of David, because David, all right, is the king on earth, which the mirror image of the heavenly rulership will be, okay?
That's right.
The kingdom of heaven on earth, led by King David, okay, is going to be a mirror image of the orders in the heaven,
That's right.
all right, and the heavenly power, because King David, which is the house of David, the Lord's elect, are going to have angelic power, okay, going to have angelic power, extraterrestrial power,
That's right.
okay, and so there will be no force, no, like the scripture say, no weapon formed against thee shall prosper, all right, and that's even in this time in these mortal bodies. Like the house of David is upon earth right now in spirit, okay, not in their physical estate
Right.
that we're going to have when Yahweh Shai returns, but in spirit, the house of David, there's no weapon formed against it that can prosper. But it's going to be amplified in the kingdom of heaven, because we're going to have superhuman abilities. We're going to have immortal bodies. Okay, we're going to be like X-Men, like the Avengers, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be way beyond anything that this world
Can imagine.
It's going to be unfathomable power.
Yeah. Because we can see certain powers, you know, certain movies we watch.
Right.
But it's not going to compare to what the power the Lord going to give the elect.
Yep.
You know, because the scripture speaks about how the least shall be as David. And we know, understand the type of power that, you know, the things that King David did. He was a mighty man.
Yep.
So the least in the kingdom going to be like David. Just imagine the elect, man, the type of power and the ability they're going to have and do.
Yep.
You know?
As a matter of fact, I got a precept back real quick. Yep.
Yeah.
Just like that movie, Super Cell.
Uh-huh.
It's on Netflix right now, right? Well, compared to the power that we're going to have, that's low level.
That's right.
You know, and that's great power, but in the kingdom of heaven, the power we're going to have is going to far exceed that.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so this is Jeremiah 16:6. It says, "Behold, I will send for many fishers, said the Lord Yahweh, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill, and out of the whole of the rocks."
Woo.
Okay, so after we're beamed up into those chariots, we're gonna, matter of fact, before we even enter into the chariots, in the process of being beamed up into the chariots, we're going to be changed, as the scriptures say, in the twinkling of an eye, into the immortal state, into the godly bodies with angelic power. And after the destruction, the residue of the heathen, right? The residue of the heathen that's going to be down in deep underground military bunkers, right? In the rocks, you know, deep down in the ground, in the caves, all right? Nuclear fallouts is what they call them. We're going to hunt them out of those dwellings, okay?
And only how we get able to do that, we hunt. We have power.
Right, because nobody is going to be able to be on the Earth's surface in America specifically,
right,
with all that radiation. No human body would be able to survive, right? So we by default, you know, that's the only way that we'll be able to walk the earth is with superhuman ability.
That's right,
okay?
Yeah.
But that's what the prophetic scriptures foretell us. Like right now, we in fishing mode. Okay?
Yeah.
He sent us out to fish for the elect. And once the elect are sealed, the elect are going to be turned into hunters. Okay? I wish I had the I might have by now to go back and look up that word hunters. I'm just interested to see what it say in the blue letter. But let's go back.
I got one more real quick.
Okay, because we were still in Isaiah, right? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Isaiah 40 and 31. It says, but they that wait upon the Lord Yahweh
Mhm.
shall renew their strength.
Right?
They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint.
You got it?
And they're talking about the power. It speaks about, he said they shall rise up with wings as eagles. Not
Yeah.
meaning we're going to grow wings out like the angels that you see Esau, paint the picture of. No, that means that what certain men that you see going to be able to fly, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Unlimited stamina.
That's right. We'll be able to fly, run like Flash. That's why I say it's gonna be run, not get weary, we're gonna get tired. And all that you see what? You seen on Super Cell, the movie the TV show you're speaking of, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You saw
like-
all that power.
And even though they had power, they still would get fatigued.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
there was some scenes where they ran out of juice.
Uh-huh.
But the Lord is going to have us on level. We're not going to run. We're not going to run out of juice. We're going to be. We're going to be damn. Like on the game, you can turn the fatigue off. We're gonna be, if it's a word, we're gonna be fatigueless.
Yeah, unstoppable.
Yeah, we ain't gonna be able to lose our breath.
That's right.
Become exhausted. Right? Which in these bodies, they break down. We're tired. We're exhausted. We get weary. But in the case of what's to come, it foretells far greater power. Right? Where we excel. Okay? Go ahead.
All right, back at Isaiah 9.
And we're going to excel beyond human capabilities. We got it, bro.
Back in Isaiah 9:7, it says, and the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end.
Yeah.
Upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with government, with judgment and justice for henceforth, even forever.
Yep, that's it.
Yep. The zeal of the Lord Yahweh of hosts will perform this.
The zeal, right? Because the zeal goes into the Lord's elect, all right? Meaning having a jealousy for his judgment.
That's right.
All right. So there's a specific remnant, small number of men on the planet Earth that have a zeal for the Most High. Okay. They not only have the zeal, but they also have the knowledge of his judgment, right? Because essentially, there's men out there, like you say in Romans 10, right? I bear record of them that they have a zeal for the Most High, but not according to knowledge. But that's why he set up particular pastors, okay, as it say in Jeremiah, according to his true judgment, to feed those that have the zeal, but they don't have it according to knowledge. Okay, because every man that's in this truth, they had a fire for the righteousness of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. And then when these words, these wholesome words, all right, from the Bible, from the men that the Lord set up to teach us, fell upon our ears, right, we fell in love, okay? Because we knew that was it. We heard that sound. And that's been our favorite song. Like you hear that one song, and you was like, man, I don't care how many times I play this song. It's like the first time I heard it.
Right.
It's always, I play this song every day, over and over again. Yeah. Okay, so we fell in love with this song, right?
Right.
But yeah, you can jump to, is it more on there? Yep. So
that's it.
That's it. All right, so you can jump to Daniel 7, right? So that's what I wanted to get into, how it goes from the destruction, right, which is said in Daniel 9:5, about this battle shall be
this battle was through the fire.
With flames and fuels of fire, right? And then it goes into Yahweh Shai, which is the one that's going to bring that great judgment. His spirit's going to be in those missiles, all right?
Yeah.
But it's a lot of in-between stuff that has to happen, right? Before we get to that part. So these great kingdoms, which the prophet Jeremiah spoke about, they're described here in Daniel 7th chapter. So we're going to start from the top of Daniel 7, right?
All right. This is Daniel 7:1. It said, in the first year of Belshazzar, the king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and vision in his head upon his bed.
Yep.
Then he wrote the dream and told the psalm of the matter.
Go ahead.
It said, Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of the heaven strode upon the great sea,
Yep.
and the fourth great beast came up from the sea, diverse one from another.
Right. So these great four beasts, right, were actual beasts that he saw. But these beasts represent something, right? Go ahead.
It said the first was like a lion
Yep.
and had eagle wings.
Yep. Which this represents the Assyrian Babylonian Empire.
Right.
Okay. Which these weren't the Babylonians by nationality, right? But these were the rulers of Babylon at that time, which were Assyrians.
Right.
Okay, because the actual Babylons go back to Ham, specifically Cush, right? Which Nimrod, ancient Babylon, right, was ruled by Nimrod, which was a Cushite. Okay, but this Babylonian, the kings of this empire were actually Assyrians. You got it, bro.
Yeah, yeah. And it says, and I beheld till the wings thereof was plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth, and made to stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it.
Right, which that represents understanding. Go ahead.
It says, and behold another beast, a second like it to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side.
Yep. So this bear represents the Medo-Persian Empire. All right, which beginning with Cyrus the Great. All right, you had the Achaemenid dynasty, right, which was headed by Cyrus. Okay, which that empire was conquered by the Persians. Okay, and that what it mean by it raised itself up on one side, because at one point the Medes and the Persians were in agreement, right? But the Persians took over the Medes. All right, the Persians end up conquering the Medo side of that empire. So that's the side that was raised up. Go ahead.
And it said, and it had 3 ribs in their mouth, and in between the teeth of it, and they said thus unto it, rise, devour much flesh.
Right, which those 3 ribs represent 3 kingdoms, if I'm not mistaken. I know it's Babylon, Egypt, and I want to say Lydia.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got it, bro.
And it says, and after this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard.
Right, so every kingdom that fell, it fell because of war.
That's it.
All right, when the prophet Jeremiah said every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, every empire that went down, from the Syrian Babylonian Empire, which was conquered by the Medo-Persian Empire, and now the Medo-Persian Empire, which was conquered by the Greek Empire, it was with shields and swords and spears and arrows, okay, and they had on armor and garments. All right.
Yeah. A good movie for that is what, 300.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The 300 is a good movie to watch. It show you how the war was fought in that day.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. Gladiator. Yep.
Yep. And it says.
The other one, Troy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Then what's the other thing? Night. I know it's something with the night in there. I can't get it. But I know it's something with night in there. Brad Pitt played it now, I think.
Troy. Brad Pitt playing Troy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right,
but it's a lot of old war movies, and you know how those old wars in ancient times were fought. Yep.
And it said, it said, after this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a flower. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. Right.
Now this leopard represents Alexander the Greek, right? Which these were not actual Greeks, because the true Greeks go back to Japhet. These were actual Edomites, right? Taking on the customs and taking on the identity of the Greeks, right? So Alexander the Greek, he wasn't actually a true Greek according to nationality. He was an Edomite who ruled in Greece, all right, in that region, all right. And his 4 generals, which those 4 heads are talking about, right? They were his successors after his short reign, but it was a great reign, right? He conquered a 2 million mile radius, right, within 12 years, right, from about some scholars say 334, all right, to what is it, 321 or 322 BC, right? Somewhere in that nature, right? But around that time, Alexander conquered more than any other empire, all right? Than any other empire. He conquered more region than any other empire. So he had 4 heads that succeeded him, which go into the main 2, Antiochus, right? Which some say Antiochus, some say Antiochus, right? And you have Ptolemy, Lysimachus, and Cassander, right? Those were the 4 heads that succeeded Alexander and divided his kingdom, his empire, right? Go ahead.
And it says,
now you gotta understand how important it is to know this history, because within these empires, right, which within each and every one of these great kingdoms, these beasts, right, which are great kingdoms, the Israelites were in captivity. The Israelites were in captivity, and they were in subjection to the cultures of these great empires. Okay? So this is ultimately how you go through the history and through past prophecies and identify who the true biblical Hebrew Israelites are today. You got to understand what happened to them. So like we always say, you can't know the mystery unless you go into the history, right? You can't get the mystery unless you know the history. So go ahead, bro.
All right, and it says, and after this, I saw in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had a great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns.
Right. So now this beast, which, notice, he didn't describe the animal that this beast, he didn't mention, like he said a lion with eagle's wings for the Babylonian Empire, right? He said a bear for the Medo-Persian Empire, and he said a leopard, which represented the Greek Empire. But this particular beast, he described it, but he didn't identify which animal it looked like, right? Because that vision was actually given to Apostle John, right? But he described certain things about this 4th beast, right? So let's read it again.
It said, after this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a 4th beast,
right?
Dreadful and terrible,
Yep.
And strong exceedingly.
Yep.
And it had great iron teeth.
And it had great iron teeth. Now this empire represents the Roman Empire, which main strong resource that it had was that iron. Okay, it had abundance of iron weaponry. Okay, and they had a military power that was even more diverse than the Greeks and the Persians. It also had a different style of government, right? Now the ancient governments had what you call a monarchy, okay? This government, which was the Roman Empire, it ruled in the form of a senate, okay? Which today you see America ruling in that same style of government,
Right.
okay? When you look at America's infrastructure, when you look at America's curriculum in America's culture. All right, the Greek culture. All right, the stone architectural Roman style buildings.
Yeah.
All of that is imprinted, all right, in America's culture, in America's society, right? Because America is Rome 2.0. America is the Roman Empire reloaded. Okay, it's the extension. It's the extension of the Roman Empire.
Yep.
Because the Roman Empire fell, but it was reincarnated right through those cultures being brought back into society and being the dominant vibration that's pushed around the planet Earth.
Yeah, Renaissance.
Renaissance, right? Through the Renaissance
The
period.
bag you up to looking on the back of the dollar bill.
Right. Yeah, you got Roman numerals,
Uh-huh.
right? You got Roman numerals on there,
Yep.
okay?
And
And then it's got Latin, which Greek and Latin was the main two languages of the Roman Empire.
That's right, bro.
Okay,
Yep.
go ahead.
All right, and it says, and after this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it. It was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns.
Yep. Because you had the ancient vassal states of the Roman Empire, right? Which off the top of my head I can't name all. I know you had the Vandals, the Visigoths, the Burgundies, the Anglo. Yep. So, and those represent those 10 vassal states, right? But go ahead.
And it says, I consider the horn,
So,
and behold, there came up upon them a little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horn plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man.
right, and that little horn represents America, man.
Yep.
Right? And those 3 horns, right, that the little horn came up out of represents the French, the Spaniards, and the Brits. Okay? Because America came out of Great Britain. Right. America was birthed by Great Britain. Right? And it separated itself from the Great Britain. It's where you got the 13 colonies from. Okay? So Daniel goes even further into prophecy right here, right? Because he went from the ancient Roman Empire into the reincarnated Roman Empire, which is America, which came out of those three horns, right? Go ahead. A little horn raised itself up. So those 13 colonies was the foundation of this great so-called American empire today, again, which is Babylon the Great in the scriptures.
Right.
Okay? It started with 13 colonies. Okay? Go ahead.
It said, behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and mouth speaking great things. I beheld till the throne was cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow.
Hold that. We'll jump back here at 13. Read 12 again. Jump to Revelation. No. You read verse. You at Daniel 7 and 9.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Salak. Stop at 8 and then we'll jump back.
Okay.
Yeah. Read 8 again and then we'll jump back to 9. Salak.
Okay. All right. Verse 8. It said, I considered the horn,
13.
and behold, there came up among them another little horn.
Yep.
Before whom there were 3 of the first horn plucked up by the root.
Again, those 3 horns plucked up was the French, the Spaniards, and the British.
Yep.
Right? Go ahead.
And it says, before whom there were 3 of the first horn plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things.
And a mouth speaking great things. Right? Now that mouth, we're gonna pick back up in Revelation 13, right? Go ahead.
Now this Revelation chapter 13, verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Right? So this is vision that the Apostle John, he's speaking about a beast that he saw. Right? Now he's describing the characteristics of this beast, right? The attributes of this beast, which Daniel, he didn't describe what this beast actually looked like, right? But John is describing what this beast looks like. Go ahead.
Yep. Having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Yep.
And upon his horns 10 crowns.
Right. Now those 7 heads and those 10 horns represent the infrastructure and those countries, which the 7 heads got the Greeks, the Romans, the Spaniards, the British, what is it? Germania Major, Germania Minor, and we already said Greeks. The French. The French. Yep. So you had the Greeks, the Romans, the French, Germania Major, Germania Minor, and damn, I just had all 7 of them.
Yeah,
The Greeks, the Romans, the French, the Spaniards, Germania Major, Germania Minor, and is it Great Britain? Yeah. Go ahead.
It said, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
Go ahead.
And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard,
Yep.
and his feet is the feet of a bear.
Right. Which that head, the leopard represents what? The Greek Empire. Right. Go ahead.
Yep. And
Because the beginning of this empire, right? This started with Alexander the Greek. Okay. So that Greek culture is what the Romans absorbed the Greek Empire, and the Greek culture was the head of this empire. Go ahead.
So Revelation 13:2, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet was the feet of a bear, and his mouth.
And the bear represents Russia, right? Which is going to be the end of this empire, because the empire actually is going to destroy itself. Okay. The scriptures speak about the Egyptians turning against the Egyptians. All right. When you go to Isaiah 19, okay, and Yahweh Shah spoke about if a kingdom be divided against itself, Satan fight against Satan, the kingdom cannot stand. So the Russians, right, are Edomites, okay, and the so-called Americans are Edomites, and guess what? They are each other's own worst enemy. All right, go ahead.
Yep.
And the feet represent the end of something. You got it, bro.
I was just gonna say, because the Russian symbol is the bear as well.
That's right.
That's how you tell that the bear talking about the Russians.
Right.
So it say, and his feet was the feet of a bear, and his mouth is the mouth of a lion, and the dragon gave him his power.
Right, which that represents Great Britain, that lion.
Yep.
All right. Which that's the main language, right? The main language is English. Okay. So when you go into the true superpower of the earth, right? It's America and really Great Britain, right? Which the elites ruled out of Britain. Okay. And the tongue that controls everything is English, because in order to be a pilot, no matter what nationality you are, what you got to learn? You got to learn the English language. Okay, you got it, bro.
It said, and the dragon gave him his power.
Now the dragon, right, is talking about the Roman Empire. Now you had something called the Treaty of Rome, if I'm not mistaken. The Treaty of Rome was established in March of 1957, right? Now, here's the thing, when you go into the Treaty of Rome, matter of fact, look it up. What was the Treaty of Rome? Because I don't want to just be throwing stuff out there. I want to say it was March of 1957, right? March of 1957. which the Treaty of Rome established the economic community. What is it called? The EEC, the European Economic Community. That's what the Treaty of Rome established. Or was it 1957?
Yeah, March 25th, 1957.
Now, when you go into March, what does March? But it's what is the zodiac for March? Aries, which represents what? The god of war. Okay, that's the Aries is the Greek god of war, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah,
So
they something like got the symbol like some type of animal, right?
I can't remember what the symbol is, but you can look it up. Brother can look it up.
Yeah,
But I know Aries is the god of war, right? So the Treaty of Rome, I want you to read it once you get back
It's
to
a
it.
ram horn.
Yes, a ram's horn. Yeah, it's a ram's horn, right? So go ahead.
Go back to Revelation.
Now I want you to read what it says about the Treaty of Rome.
Okay.
Bible shot.
It said the Treaty of Rome, the EEC. It said treaty establishing the European Economic Community. 2 treaties were signed on March 25th, March 1957. The treaty established, saying the same thing. It said the treaty establishing the European Economic Community.
Yeah. Yep. Go ahead.
In a treaty establishing the European Atomic Energy Community.
See.
Yep. So the EAEC.
Uh-huh.
For both new communities, decisions were taken by the council on a proposal from the commission. The parliamentary. Let me say that.
Yeah. Parliamentary Assembly. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's enough. Yep. That's enough. All right. Go ahead. Now go back to the scriptures. So when it say the dragon gave him its power, it's talking about the Roman Empire. Okay? Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 13 and 3. It's like I got finished 2. The end of 2, verse 2. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his daily wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast.
Right. So the Roman Empire fell. Okay? And when it fell for a period of 1,000 years, which was known as the Dark Ages or the Byzantine Empire. Right? So you estimated around 325 AD till late 13, early 1400s. All right? That's when the Roman Empire had fell, and the Edomites were pretty much in caves. Okay, and you had which they say it was the Dark Ages because civilization was dead and it wasn't thriving and all of that. That's their story. But Dark Ages was really when the dark-skinned people ruled. Okay, we were ruling in Rome and Britain and all that region over there.
Like the Moors.
The Moors. Yep. You got it, bro.
Verse 4. And they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast.
Right, which gave power unto the beast. Now the beast represents NATO, right? When you go to the NATO, right? NATO was established in 1949. Look up NATO, right? 1949, which was about what? North Atlantic Treaty, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
Right.
So the North Atlantic Treaty Organization is the military might of the empire. Okay.
Yeah, it said the foundations of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization,
NATO,
were officially laid down on April 4th, 1949.
Now April is also from when you go from April to March, that whole sign is Aries. So you know what I'm saying? That go back to the Greek god of war. All right, which is what we're talking about. Okay, war. So this was these nations coming together waging war in the earth, and the blasphemy that they spoke was blasphemy against the Most High in his saints, the saints of the Most High, right? Because they deemed themselves the gods and put their images up as the gods, and they ruled as if they were the holy people. And today they still doing that same thing, trying to rule as if they were the holy people. Yeah, and they use, and then in this time they use the Bible as a major stronghold, as a major weapon, all right, to conquer and rule over the minds of the Lord's people. Right? You got it, bro.
So back in Revelation chapter 13 and 4,
Yep.
and they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him?
See? And this is what, that mindset right there is what's going on right now. You know? Like I was trying to tell Jake, hey man, Russia and China and them nations over there, they got the ups on America. He said, like, man, nah, really, man, because America got their defense system. I said, man, their defense system ain't shit. Man, when the Russians get ready, they can easily break anytime they want to America's missile defense system, right? But see, the people are secure in their mind with the authority and the power and the military might of America. Because why? This beast has never been penetrated, right? This is why it's known as what? The virgin daughter of Babylon. Okay?
You know, Jake think America gonna be undefeated, you know, which we been lost, right? Just like they came out with that Russian Death Sun here in Memphis. We won World War I, World War II, and all that. But not knowing, according to prophecy, America gonna be destroyed by nuclear fire, man.
That's why Obadiah, the scripture say, thy pride have what? Deceived thee. You know? The pride of thy heart have deceived thee.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Right?
So back in Revelation chapter 13 and 5, and there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things
Yep.
and blasphemy.
See, going back to that mouth. Now go back to Daniel 9 and 8, right?
Yep, it says, just start from 10.
Start from 8.
Yeah. I considered the horn, and behold, there came up among them and another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horn plucked up by the root. And behold, in their horns were eyes like the eyes of man, and mouth speaking great things.
See, in the mouth speaking great things. Now, when you go into America's government, it's called what, a democracy, right? So in their democracy, they go before public and they declare, you know, these great authoritative moves, these great legislations, these great I don't even know how to describe what you call it, it's slipping my mind. But anyway, they declare their moves. Like they declare what they declare what they declare what they're gonna do. Matter of fact, well you can hold on. Well yeah, you can jump there. Matter of fact, jump there.
Does it bag you up?
Yeah, you can jump there.
This is Daniel 7 and 25. That's good. I'm starting 23. I bag up to 23.
Go ahead.
Yeah, 23, 25. It says, this is Daniel 7 and 23. Thus he said, the 4th beast shall be the 4th kingdom upon the earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break in pieces. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom, and 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them. And he said, be diverse from the first, and shall subdue the 3 kings. That's what. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given to his hand a time and dividing of time.
Right. So they go and declare their legislations and their laws openly before the people, and then they do it in the name of God,
Right.
right?
Psalms 51.
And they declare that their system and their their society established upon the biblical principles,
That's right.
which is not.
Yeah.
Right? Because you wouldn't give the alphabet community license, all right, to exercise sodomite activity, right?
That's how you know he's speaking great words against the Most High.
That's speaking
Because
great.
what the Lord has ordained, he went back and changed it.
Yeah.
That's why when you go into Isaiah, it says Isaiah 5 says, how evil is good and evil.
Yep.
They put darkness for light and light for darkness. Who had the power and ability to do that? So-called white man.
That's it.
Was going to this fourth beast. When you
Yep.
understand who's ruling the Edomites. You know, because they got the power to change laws and legislation and to put up unrighteous decrees, man.
Yep.
Because right now, we look at Babylon.
Yeah, which they doing it in the name of Christianity, in the name of God. They doing it on the Lord's foundation, right?
That's right.
They built this society with the front of God being the
God
favor,
first.
God being the favor, right? That's what Inuit coeptus means. Go back, finish that. Yeah, that Revelation 13.
So back in Revelation chapter 13 and verse 5. And there were given unto him a mouth speaking great things
Yep.
and blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months.
Go ahead.
And he opened his mouth and blasphemy against the Most High, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven.
Yep, because they did everything in, like I said, in the name of the Bible, Christianity. They blaspheming his name. Go ahead, bro. I ain't done yet.
I know. It say, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints.
It was given unto him to make war with the saints, which is what we open up with, what we're talking about.
War.
It's all about that war, man.
Yeah.
Okay? This power was given unto him by the Heavenly Father to make war. Right? But the thing about it is, through the pride of his great conquest, right? He's conquered so many nations, and he has achieved this great power. He got this great military might through what? The sword.
That's it.
Through the sword.
It's his blessing.
That's his blessing. But he didn't consider the end of his blessing, which the Lord declared: you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Beautiful.
Okay?
Beautiful.
Go ahead.
And it was given unto him to make war with the saints
Man.
and to overcome them. And power was given him of all kindreds and tongues and nations.
So you see that he rules the American society. The American Edomite society has been the dominant force in the earth, all right, for what?
Man.
Centuries.
Yeah, I felt
For centuries. I'm trying to think. So I guess if you want to go to the late 1700s, you want to go to the late 17th. Well, it didn't really get dominant until really Hiroshima and Nagasaki. That's when it really declared its true dominance.
Say around about the 18.
Nah, that's 1939 when it's true dominance, because that's what it's going to go into in Revelation 13 by the means of those miracles. Right? Go ahead. Where you at? Verse 9 or 10?
Verse 7. I'm on verse 8.
You're on verse 8. Go ahead.
So Revelation 13 and 8, and all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life
Yep.
of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world.
Meaning all these heathens. Okay? Those of our people who have that have bought into the American dream. They declare themselves African American, black, whatever America's education system has taught them, they can't stray from it, right? They can't shake it.
Yeah.
So they're gonna die by the judgment that was given to this great whore.
Yeah.
Right? And the judgment that was given to this great whore was to blaspheme the Most High.
That's it.
All right?
Stronghold.
So the unforgivable sin is blasphemy,
Right.
but the ultimate blasphemy is being committed by Esau Edom. All right? Our people ignorantly
You follow, worship.
follow Esau
Yeah.
Edom and worship this society.
That's right.
But the elites of the society, they know what they're doing. They know the Bible. They know exactly what they're doing.
That's why the scripture called him the brother of our accuser.
Yeah, the accuser of our brother.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
It's not just a Bible. It's not just a book. It's a weapon.
Weapon.
You know,
That's
right.
it. That's it. That's it.
Yep.
Yep.
I got a precept to
Yeah.
back you up.
Okay, come. And they showed us that, like, when you watch them movies, them slow slave movies, Roots, Birth of a Nation, 12 years a slave. The Bible was the main weapon that he used to oppress the saints of the Most High.
And they had something called the slave Bible.
Got the slave Bible. Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
All right, this is Psalms 50 and 16.
Yep.
But woe unto the wicked, the Most High said, what have thou to do to neglect my statutes?
Yep.
Or to take, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth,
Yep.
seeing thou hated instruction,
Yep.
and cast my words behind thee.
Yep.
When thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him, and hast been partaker with adultery.
Yep.
Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit.
Yep. So there you go. A mouth speaking great things
Yeah.
against the Most High.
Yeah.
It's framing deceit as a righteous thing, right? They put wickedness on a pedestal, and just like the whole LGBT community really is the prime example of that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You know,
Yeah.
and that's ultimately what provoked the Lord to anger during the time of Sodom and Gomorrah, right? And in the time of Noah. To be honest, Sodom and Gomorrah wasn't the first time that type of activity was going on. We really go to it. The scripture says nothing new under the sun. So you got to know that in the days of Noah, they was doing sodomite activity
that's in
too.
Genesis, the 6th chapter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It
Yep.
went down. It
Yep.
made the Lord upset.
Yep, it said it repented him because it was
Amen.
only in men's heart to do evil and wickedness continue. Yep. Y'all got it.
Y'all got one more.
Okay.
All right, this is Michael, 2 and 1.
Mhm.
Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hand.
Yep.
They covet fields
Yep.
and take them by violence.
And that's the whole thing that went down. Just made me think about the Bacon Rebellion, which Elder Malcolm always going to in 1681. That's when they developed and set up the social construct of black and white. All right, and even then, that was because the advantage that they would gain at war by dividing the social class of black and white.
That's it.
Right? That way, they could get the poor blacks and whites to stop working together. You know what I'm saying? And divide them. And then they gave them an advantage over the tribes, the native tribes that they were trying to conquer. Right? Because that's what it was about. It was about war against the native tribes. Okay? So they was trying to seek an advantage. Okay? They were trying to seek an advantage over the Indians. So that's when they let blacks and whites fight. Nathaniel Bacon took the poor whites and the poor blacks and went to war with the Indians.
Right.
But then the governor, which was actually Nathaniel Bacon's cousin, James Berkeley, he saw that going on. They saw that going on. They said, shit, hell no, we got to divide them, because if they come together like that to go against the Indians, they'll come together like that to go against us. So he's like, hell no, we got to divide them, you know? And a lot of the so-called poor whites was like Irishmen and Dutchmen, which actually were Jakes. Which actually were Jakes.
Yeah, and to prove that, when you think about Roots and Chicken George daddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was Irish.
Yeah.
That's why.
Oh, okay, so his daddy was Irish. Yeah.
That's why they really didn't fuck with him. That's why he had to sell Chicken Joe's
Okay.
to them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he was Irish. He went fully Edomite.
Yeah.
You know, even though
Which
he had
Irish,
to win.
which a lot of the Irish go back to Benjamin. You know.
But he just had the skin.
Yup.
But they knew truly who his father was.
Yup.
Yeah.
We go back to it.
Yup. Because it ain't all about the complexion, man. You know.
That's right, bro.
It plays a major part, but that's not the end all be all when it comes to identifying God's people and his elect.
Yeah.
Y'all got
He
it.
just show you that how Esau was given the power.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It says, and they covet fields and take them by violence. Going back to that sword.
Yep.
And it said, in houses and take them away.
Yep.
So they oppress a man in his own house,
Yep.
even a man in his inheritance.
That's right. Go
Yep.
ahead.
And it said, therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh, behold, I'm against this family.
Yep.
Do I devise an evil from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughty from the time is evil.
Right. So he got them in a trick bag. The Lord got them set up in a plot, ultimately to destroy themselves by how they rule in the earth. Damn, you see that hawk?
It's a hawk.
You see that? You seen that big mug?
Yeah, I seen him.
Go ahead, bro.
I thought it was, yeah, I seen it.
But that's all I wanted on that.
Oh yeah, this is
That's all I wanted on that. You got it, bro.
They just to bag up, you know what I'm saying, the power of Esau, man.
Yep.
Going back to Genesis when he was given this sword, the fatness of the earth, the door of heaven, all that line up with the four beasts being who? The Edomites.
That's right.
You know, Esau is the end of the world.
That's right.
You know, we in the what? The Rome revive going to the four beasts. It all makes sense.
The deadly ones were healed.
There you go.
Because, you know, you look in America, look at the infrastructure. You got Greek, right? To be a lawyer, you got to know Latin. You know?
Yep.
You got it.
So back in Revelation chapter 13 and 9, if any man have an ear, let him hear.
Yep.
He that leadeth to captivity
That's right.
should go to captivity.
Which is what I was saying earlier. The judgment is already set. You know, though he obtained this great authority and great power by the means of the sword, all right, scripture say he shall perish like his own dung.
Right.
Right? Go ahead.
Yep. So he that leadeth to captivity.
So the shit trail that he's leaving behind, he's ultimately gonna be turned into that shit.
That's right. That's right.
By the means of his own hands.
I said your
The wicked are snared in the work of his own hands.
Yeah.
You should say sins are reached into heaven.
Your sin have reached to heaven, but it's another one. You be quoting a lot. Second Ezra. Your sin should be your own.
Your own accuser in that day. Your sin shall be your own accuser.
Scripture say too, he that diggeth a pit, diggeth for what? Diggeth for himself.
But I think that's 2nd Ezra 16. Yep.
So back in Revelation chapter 13 and 10, and he that leadeth to captivity should go to captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Right, so this is what we're patiently waiting on.
Yeah.
Right? Now hold it, jump back to Daniel 7.
I
Right?
didn't even do that.
Jump back to Daniel 7.
the
now.
war.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
you pick up in 9 now.
All right. This is Daniel 7 and 9. I beheld to the throne was cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit,
Right?
whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head was like pure wool.
Now who's the Ancient of Days? The Father of Time. Yahweh.
Yeah,
Right? Go ahead. The source of all power.
yeah.
Go ahead.
His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire.
Yeah, going into the chariots, right? Go ahead.
A fiery steam issued and came forth from before him.
Right. So you think about the power of the chariots.
You straight over there?
Oh yeah, we straight. Yeah, we straight. We got good over there till 11 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you think about the chariots, right? The chariots got the ability to lash out beams.
Yeah, later.
That will either those beams can destroy you or those beams can capture you.
Right.
That they call it abduction, right? A fiery stream. You know what I'm saying? So that's a form of fire that comes out of the chariots, man. Okay? But the fire that comes out of the chariots ain't always the yeah, that's the spirit. Hey,
the fire that come out
The fire that come out the chariots don't always destroy.
Right.
They can also like capture and what's the word?
How you call it?
Redeem you.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Save you.
Yes.
Because that's how we're gonna be saved, through the fire that come out of, you know, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead though, bro. Read that.
Right. And it says, and his throne was like the fiery flame, and his will as a burning fire.
Lord willing, we those men. Go ahead.
Right. And a fiery stream issues that came forth from before him.
Go ahead.
Thousands
Uh-huh.
risen unto him.
There we go. Go ahead.
And 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him.
Go ahead.
The judgment was set,
Go ahead. The judgment was set.
and the books were opened.
It's time for that day, right? Go
Yep.
ahead. The day of reckoning. You see it?
The judgment was set.
It just remind me of Revelation, the 5th chapter, who is worthy to take the book.
Yep.
They have a shot.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know,
Yep.
that was in the New Testament.
Yep.
Yeah, so he opening the seal.
Yeah.
Daniel saw that. Daniel seeing the same thing that John saw, really, right?
That's right, bro.
Which there's been speculation, if you can receive it, which I can see that John and Daniel the same spirit, right? Go ahead.
And it
As
says,
you think about the portion of the spirit that they had, they're very similar.
yeah, and they saw the destruction of Babylon.
They both saw destruction of Babylon. They both talked about the fourth empire.
Right.
It's like John picked up what Daniel left off with the fourth empire.
That's right.
Go ahead. And the spirit of the spirit of the prophets is subject unto the prophets. So that's what we follow. The spirit.
Stand back in that lot.
Yep. Go ahead.
And it said, I beheld then because of the voice of the great word which the horn spake. I beheld even till the beast was slain.
So Daniel, his vision showed him everything, even when that beast, that dragon,
Yeah.
was slain.
Uh-huh.
Right? He saw everything.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And his body destroyed and given to the burning flame.
And given to the burning flame,
Which is what?
the thermonuclear destruction.
That's right, bro.
Right? The thermonuclear destruction, which ultimately the lake of fire is going to be America.
Uh-huh.
Right? Go ahead, bro.
And it says,
What do we say? That Daniel picked up from Jeremiah, right?
From war, even pestilence.
And
To
every
Isaiah.
noise of the warrior is with
Confused noise.
yeah, every battle of the warrior is with confused noise.
Yeah.
All right, but this shall be with
Burning and fuel of fire.
burning and fuel of fire.
That's right.
Right, go ahead.
Yeah. And it says, and concerning the rest of the beasts that had their dominion taken away,
Yep.
yet their lives were prolonged for a season and time.
Right, their lives were prolonged for what? Slavery.
That's it.
Slavery.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Because Yahweh Shah coming to take the crowns off of all of these empires today. Right? Ain't gonna be no NATO. Ain't gonna be no
EU.
BRICS.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be no EU.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be all of these different
China.
organizations. No WHO, no WEF.
Right.
Right? All that dominion gonna be taken away. Okay, and given to the saints.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shah taking all those crowns, and he gonna set those crowns on the heads of the 144,000, the house of David.
Which is the government.
And Isaiah 9. And the government shall be upon his shoulder.
Right. Right.
Ain't gonna be no crypto, what's that, like,
Cryptocracy.
cryptocracy.
Yeah, ain't gonna be no shadow government. We gonna be out in the open.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna be hiding what we doing. You know what I'm
They got
saying?
their leaks now.
Yeah,
we don't
they
know
got
who
it.
they
The
is,
shadow
we never
government.
seen them,
Crypt-
you know what
the
I'm saying?
shadow
Change the name, names.
So-called
right.
Illuminati. Yeah, we gonna be enlightened and you gonna know it.
Say, it ain't gonna be no secret.
There ain't gonna be no secret.
No.
The only secret is gonna be how to get the power that we got, and you'll never find that out.
Figure that out.
Because the thing about it, well, the only thing you'll know is that, hey, that power was meant for us and us only. Like, any of you heathens trying to figure out how to get the ups on us, hey, you ass gonna get destroyed even by the mere thought of trying to
That's right.
come against us.
Yeah, because the ability that we're gonna have being immortal.
Yeah, we're gonna be able to read your fucking mind,
Yeah.
like Professor X. We're gonna have telepathic fucking power.
Exactly.
Man.
We can teleport.
Yeah.
We can do all these things.
We're gonna be putting demons on your ass.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Which are angels. We gonna be putting them on your ass.
Uh-huh.
Like, cause the scriptures say that he's gonna give us rule over the angels.
Yeah.
You know, you judge angels.
Yeah. Meaning not that we gonna do nothing physically to them, but the angels are gonna serve us.
Yeah, so we're gonna be
we're
able
gonna,
to
be
control spirits.
calling shots. Like the angels gonna serve us in doing things.
That's right.
Now, Lord willing, we are that elect state, that status.
Because the joint heirs with your house shot.
Yeah, just like Yahweh Shah sent angels out, the Lord's elect are going to have angels as your fellow servants.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got it, bro.
Oh, you still in that?
Yeah. We ain't done yet.
And it says, I saw in the night vision, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven.
Right, so this is talking about Yahweh Shah coming back before the throne of the Heavenly Father, right? After the judgment went down, like he done conquered everything, he done done everything. Go ahead, it's gonna get it. Daniel seen all of that.
Prophecy of faithful.
Right, Daniel seen all of that, bro.
I'm just thinking about Acts the 4th chapter, you know, especially when he rose the third day and said, "Don't touch me yet. I haven't sinned back to my father." Right?
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah. That's heavy, bro.
I think no, I was trying to find how Yahweh Shah left and coming back.
This Acts the 1st chapter, 1 and 9. I think he wants to continue.
Yeah, he can go there though. He can jump there real quick. Yeah, he came with the clouds.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Why stand ye there gazing up? I think it's towards the end of Acts, ain't it? Go to Acts 1 and 39.
It's 1 and 9. Right?
It's 1 and 9? Okay.
Yeah, this one, I was talking about how he it's the same way he left, how he coming back.
Yeah, that's it. You gotta be.
So he take out really cool there.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
But yeah, I
let's
just
pick
read
up
that
right
part.
there. Yeah.
This is Acts 1 and 9. And when he have spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up in a cloud,
Yep.
receiving him out of their sight.
Go ahead.
And
That's what Daniel is is seeing Barakatah happen with Yahweh Shah, but it's talking about in future prophecy,
right.
right? When Yahweh Shah comes to bring judgment upon earth and bring fire upon earth, like the prophet Isaiah saw in chapter 66, verse 15. Right? So Daniel saw Yahweh Shah come back into the clouds again, going back to the heaven after he conquered all the thrones. The thrones were cast down. Right? Go ahead.
Yeah, because the song speaks about how the Most High making his chariots went from the clouds.
Yeah.
You know?
Psalm 68. Yep.
And it says, and while they looked steadfast towards the heaven, and he went up, behold, 2 men stood by them in white apparel, which also said, Ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into the heaven? This same Yahweh Shah, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as you have seen him go into heaven.
Yeah. So the same way he left, the same way he coming back.
That's right.
And when he come back, he's gonna come in a greater glory. But after he's done fulfill the judgment of destroying this kingdom, he's gonna come back into the heavens. All right. For the final ceremony, so to speak. But everybody's judgment is going to be set. The thrones is set. Right? And that's what Daniel saw. Right? Go ahead.
And it says back in Daniel 7 and 13, they saw in the vision, night vision.
And he saw in the night vision. Go ahead.
And behold, one like to the Son of Man came
Yahweh Shah.
with the clouds of heaven.
Yep, the chariots.
And came to the Ancient of Days.
Yep, came before the throne of Yahweh, the Heavenly Father.
And they brought him near before him.
Yep.
And there was given him dominion.
Yep.
And the glory.
Yep.
And a kingdom.
Yep.
That all people, nation, and language should serve him.
Yep.
His dominion is an everlasting dominion,
Yep.
which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that we shall not be destroyed.
Yup. And that's where Isaiah, like when we started Isaiah 9 and 5, we read 9, 5, and 6 on down. That's everything being put together with the pieces,
Right.
right? Because like I say, it jumps, and Isaiah had a portion, but he kind of told you the beginning of the destruction and what the end game of the destruction gonna be.
Right.
But then you go to Daniel. Daniel saw the vision of the empires and everything that had to happen before Yahweh Shai actually came into that authority.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
So you got it.
David, the second chapter, he saw the heads.
That's it.
The head, Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah, he saw that. He saw that whole. He saw all those ages fall.
Yeah.
He saw that. He saw the whole the great king. He saw all the great kingdoms. Going back to Jeremiah,
Yeah.
all the great kingdoms fall, and the prophets out of every age, all right, bear witness to this.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
So,
beautiful, man.
you got it. Yep.
They bag up Isaiah 28 and 8.
Yep.
You know, whom shall teach knowledge, understand doctrine,
Yeah.
precept upon precept.
Yep.
So we done travel from the Old Testament, New Testament, back to the Old Testament.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and we could have went into the apocrypha.
That's right.
When it
So
got
it
to
all
the-
make
when it-
us
when it-
all lined up.
when it got to the Greek Empire, you know, but you know, for time's sake, you know, we'd be out here 3 hours,
Yeah.
and you know, it's out there already. We've covered every topic. We covered the whole Bible, the history, and everything that it contains, as it pertains to salvation. You know, we foolproof the doctrine.
Yeah. Go back to the Hebrew word amah, mean what? Mal. Because
Yeah.
everything what?
Add up. Yep.
You know?
The truth always gonna add up.
That's
You
right.
say you can do nothing against the truth, meaning you can't subtract from the truth. You can't take nothing from the truth. You can only add to it, right? So if somebody tries to lie on the truth, the ones that know the truth, those lies are not gonna hold no
it's not
weight.
gonna hold
But
up. They
They,
ain't got
they
no
gonna
weight.
hold up. But what it's gonna further do is strengthen the truth,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because all the strongholds that are on our people concerning, you know, the Holy Bible, and concerning the faith of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, we here to destroy that.
That's it. So
You
they
know,
break down the stronghold.
Which the writings of Paul in 2 Thessalonians, he told us that. Let no man deceive you, for that day shall not come except there be a falling away first.
Right.
Which meaning we had to go to a state of oblivion, being ignorant of who we are, who our power is, and prophecy, and ultimately being ignorant of prophecy
Yeah.
altogether.
Yeah, even Jeremiah said that too.
He's continuing for that heritage.
Because prophecy is the spirit of Yahweh Shai.
right.
And Yahweh Shai is what? The finisher of our faith.
That's it.
Yahweh Shai is the
The author,
author and finisher of our faith. But Yahweh Shai is the Father which we inherit the will from.
that's right.
Right?
Yeah.
He's the Father who we inherit the will from.
Yeah.
You got it, bro.
Isaiah 54:17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper.
That's the spirit. We said that earlier before you got here. Right? But we didn't bring that out, but we went into that. We went into that. Meaning any of these doctrines, right? Any of these forces, like you said, we wrestle not against flesh and blood,
Right.
right? But principalities, any of these demons that try to come up against us,
The rulers and the darkness of this world.
it's not going to work. If you are the elect, right? It say there's nobody can touch his elect.
Yeah.
If it was possible, they could
They
deceive the elect,
the very elect.
but it's not possible.
Right.
Right? Go ahead.
And every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn.
Here we go.
This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, says the Lord.
All right. So condemn means
Judge.
right, to judge, but it also means to curse. So, because that's what damn means. Damn means to condemn,
Right.
and damn means to curse. So anybody that rise up against the judgment of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, they curse,
They curse,
right? That's what the scripture in Acts says. Let them be anathema Maranatha,
Yeah, that's
which
correct.
means be cursed to death.
Yeah.
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 So any tongue that rise up against the judgment of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, they cursed unto death. They're gonna take part of that lake of fire.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got some?
I just looked at. I mean, you said it. You know.
You can read it.
It just say pronounce judgment against,
Yeah.
censure,
Yep.
disapprove, blame. Then they say harm,
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a compound word.
Yep.
You know. So right.
Pronounce harm against. That's what you do when you put a curse on somebody.
We'll destroy this mother.
Yeah. That's why we put curses on this bitch.
Yeah, we condemn
Right,
this
because
place.
and the reason why we put curses on this bitch because it's rising up against Yahweh Bashim Yahweh in judgment.
Right.
And the Lord say in Psalms, who shall rise up for me against the evildoers, against the workers of iniquity. So everything we doing in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, man. You got it. We can finish it up.
Go back to Revelation.
Did you read Isaiah 45:17? What is it? Isaiah 54:17. So go to Isaiah 45 and 17. Yup.
It's Isaiah 45:17. But Israel should be saved in the Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, with an everlasting salvation. You should not be ashamed nor confounded, war without end.
Yeah. Because ultimately we're going to be the Lord's weapons, battle axes, weapons of war.
Right.
All right. When it's all said and done, no, like you said, no weapon formed against us shall prosper, and that comes from the spiritual, mental, and physical. Eventually, it's gonna turn into physical. But it's like, okay, the devil gonna come down with great wrath, knowing that he had but a short time. He done played all these fucking mind games, right? He done educated us into this fucking deceitful ass society, bringing out the worst in us. But Yahweh Shah saved us through grace and brought out the best in us.
That's right.
So now, because it's about to get to the point to where he's going to see who the real threat in society is, which they really already know. But they're about to start openly declaring the prophets of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah the real threat to society.
The prophets are doomed.
The prophets are doomed. You know?
Because what's it? If by any means, if anything should hurt them, fire will seed out of their mouth, right?
Yep.
So we're gonna be blessed with spiritual powers out the waters out.
Yep.
But it said when the enemy should come in like a flood, a standing gonna be lifted, man.
Yep.
Right? So no weapons that form against us gonna prosper, man.
Yep.
Even if we do die, what? Our spirit going right back to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, man. We already on the chariots, man.
The bag of Tazamat, like you said, when ain't nothing new under the sun. So basically, we're gonna be like living in the book of Acts all over again.
That's right. The Acts of the Apostles, right? And that's the apostles, which means sent forth, right? They back here today. So there's gonna be miraculous acts, right? Which we already are witnessing certain tokens of those miracles already, like hawks flying, horns sounding. We see chariots. Brothers have witnessed great things through faith.
Yeah, on a small level.
Yeah, but it's small to the world.
Yeah, right.
It's small to the outside. If we tell them, they're like, oh, that ain't nothing. That's just coincidence. But see, when you got extreme, unshakable faith,
It's heavy.
those small things really be great to you.
It's
It's
heavy.
heavy to you. You know?
Yeah. It's heavy, man.
Yeah, that's the cute old rocky back. You got something? That was really it. You got something?
Nah, this
You got something?
No, this is it.
All right. So with that, you take us home, Mark.
Yeah, so with that, Lord willing, y'all brothers and sisters edified. We're going to face the east. We give all honor and glory and power to
Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Harkadash.
I want to say double honors to our elders, our great apostles, great millstone, GMS, who rule well and teach well, being great example to Israel. All right, man, the elect. I want to say peace and blessings to the hopefully lick on the four corner, pushing the truth and sincerity, their great sound. Next time, here to talk to my
Abba,
Abba,
of the woman.
Abba out of one,
Abba the Yabu.
Abba the yum yum. Hey, y'all about Shema Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
Form Yasharala.
Form Yasharala.
Yeah, 35.